On the island of Kauai, at Kapa'a, beside the curling surf of Makaiva, lived a wondrously beautiful and deeply loved young chiefess. Her name was Ka'ililao o Kekoa. Her father was La'amai Kahiki, the son of the great voyaging chief Mo'ikeha. Her mother was his beloved wife, Ho'oipo Ikamalanai. Ka'ililao Kekoa spent her youthful days joyfully riding the famous surf of Makaiva, engaging in fierce games of konane and other youthful recreations by the shores of Kapa'a. One night, as Ka'ililao Kekoa was sleeping, she was roused from her slumber by a haunting melody floating on the air, emanating from a nose flute. She wondered if she was dreaming, so haunting was the song. As she drifted into slumber the second night, she was roused once again by the same haunting melody drifting gently into her sleeping room. This time she awakened her kahu, her companion caretaker, to see if she could hear the music as well. And so it was that they both sat in wonder at the beautiful sound that seemed to be calling her name. Auhea vale oi, pili alo. Kuhoa ika ua loku. Ahe loku no vau ke hiki mai. Kilihune mai nei ina molokama. He kama ke aloha ke hiki mai. Ho ale nei kupu vai. O oi a o vau lai lai la. E pue hu i ta hulu o ka manu. E pue hu i ta hulu o ka manu. E imi aku oi i makua no. E ia ho'i au i ka pena hou. O ka lei mo ke hana ka ui aloha. He lei i poi ia na kuupoli. Me oe ke aloha a mahalo. He lei po ina ole ia na u. He lei ho'oheno wai ale ale. Hiva hiva ka uai i ka moki hana. Hiva hiva ka uai i ka moki hana. Hiva hiva ka uai i ka moki On the evening of the fifth night, Ka'ililau o Keikoa found herself nearly mad with curiosity. She managed to secure the cooperation of her kahu to find who this flute player was. They walked through the stillness of the night, with only the sounds of the flute to guide them. On and on they walked, coming to the mouth of the Wailua River. Up and up they went. Far up on the ridge, at the base of the heiau called Pihanakalani, lived Kauakahiali'i with his sister Kahalilehua. The two were the adopted children of the Mo'o sorceress Vaha. With only the birds of the forest as their companions, they spent their days perfecting their magical arts, as taught by Vaha. Imagine the delight of the two weary women upon discovering Kauakahiali'i with his sister Kahalilehua. They were graciously greeted by Kahalilehua and invited to enter, rest, and take some food. Ho'uma Koko? Ai, hano hano kauka pihana kalani. Pa! Hano hano, hano hano kauka pihana kalani. Ikaleo kauhe kania kavi. Hano hano, hano hano kauka pihana kalani. Ikaleo kauhe kania kavi. Na iho o ipo ke aloha. Aloha ao ka ilila o ke koai. Na iho o ipo ke aloha. Aloha ao ka ilila o ke koai. Ke kuini ka home o na manu. Ke ala anu e apua mo ki hana. Ke kuini ka home o na manu. Ke ala anu e apua mo ki hana. E kona pili ahi no ka waikini. E uwila I ka luna wai ale ale. E kona pili ahi no ka waikini. E uwila I ka luna wai ale ale. Haina kainoa o ka wahine. O ka ilila o ke koa hei noa. Haina kainoa o ka wahine. O ka ilila o ke koa hei noa. Hey no no ka ilila o ke koai. It seems that Kauakahiali'i had heard of the great beauty of Kaililao Kekoa, and his heart had been inflamed with desire for her. To this end, he had created two magic nose flutes, Kanikava and Kanikavi. These flutes possessed a magical power. When played with tender thoughts of the loved one, they could be heard by the loved one at any distance. He had used them to call her to him. At the young couple's first meeting, they both found themselves irresistibly drawn to one another. The lovely Kaililau o Keikoa was so enamored of the handsome Kauakahiali'i that all thoughts of her home and her parents vanished from her mind. As for Kauakahiali'i, his heart was completely overtaken with love for the beautiful maiden of Kapa'a. The new lovers yielded to the passion for one another and forgot all else, as lovers do everywhere. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. At last, the skies above are blue. My heart is wrapped in clover the night I looked at you. I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill I've never known. You smile, and then the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven, for you are mine at last. I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill I've never known. You smile, and then the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven, for you are mine at last, for you are mine at last. Meanwhile, in Kapa'a, her parents were frantic with worry at the disappearance of their beloved daughter. News of the joy of the young couple finally began to come to the ears of the grieving parents of Kaililau o Keikoa, easing their frustration and sadness. And so it was that in the fullness of time, they accepted the match and sent gifts to the young couple, offering a hopeful invitation to the couple to visit their empty home. Imagine their astonishment when the young couple showed up, splendidly dressed in the finest of feather mantles and attended by flocks of hovering birds. The joy of the parents is heightened even more when Kauakahiali'i chanted his genealogy, proving his high ali'i birthright. Ho'oma Kaukou, Kapu aku la pihana kalani, Kapuakula pihana kalani. No ka ni au pi o I ka vau. E ka ili lau ke koa. Ua moe oe a. Moe oe I ka laulau puna. I ka luhe a ke kalu kalu moe o ka paa I ke e nalu o makaiwa I ka wahi nei ui o ipo I ta malanai E kaili ua moe oe a Moe ana oe I ko kapulani Ko kapu ihi o lono ana ka ua walo Kei ni au pio I ka wau Pi'i ana o ka ili Kei kua hiwi Kua lono E o lono ana I ka hea E kaili lau ke koa Ua moe oe a Hei mele no kaili lau ke koa It would seem to you now that the young couple could look forward to many happy years ahead of them. But this was not to be the case. The beautiful Ka'ililao o Keikoa fell into a mysterious and tragic sleep from which she could not be awakened. The grieving husband stayed by her side for days, weeks, and months. Finally, giving his beloved wife up for dead, he traveled to begin to look for a companion, one who could approach the loveliness of his afflicted wife. With great sadness, he placed the magic flute that had called her to him beside her lifeless body. The second flute he took with him. Tenderly kissing the forehead of his dear wife, he departed. How am I to leave you? How can I say goodbye? As they wind to the river, why not you and I? Why can't you travel with me? Why won't you be my guide? If you stay behind, words must stay in my mind. Will I find you in the rainbow? Will I find you in the rainbow? Will I find you in the rainbow? As they fly through the evening air, why not you and I? you see it my way? Why won't you come along? If you go away, will it rain most every day? Will I find you in the rainbow? Will I find you in the rainbow? Will I find you in the rainbow soon? Will I find you in the rainbow soon? In time, he met Laie Kawai of Paliuli on the island of Hawaii. Her beauty did indeed rival that of Kaʻililauokekoa. The match seemed a good one, and a wedding was arranged. But at that critical moment, Kaʻililauokekoa awoke from her sleep. She found the flute lying beside her, a sign to her that her husband was not there. Quickly, she placed the flute to her nose and played the same tune on the flute that Kauakahiali'i had used to win her heart. As she played, she expressed her love for him and recalled their happy times together. The magic of the flute did not fail her. Far across the miles, its message of love was heard by her husband. He understood immediately that Kaʻililauokekoa was calling him with his flute. He knew he must return to his beloved wife. And so this story ends. The story of Kaʻililauokekoa, the beautiful maiden who lived beside the curling waves of Makaiva, and Kauakahiali'i, the young ali'i prince, and of the magic flutes, Kanikava and Kanikavi. Lau ka halele hua kahiko ina hulu manu ho'opili ina iivi e nane avale i ke aloha e oe ka ililau ke koa ka wahine i he i ke o makaiwa a he ipo o kaua kahi ali